start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Memphis Tigers offense takes the field. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Looking to pass. It's Hennigan. Zings it complete to the right. Turns it on at midfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Dialing up a second down pass play. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
From the gun, the running back has it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Quick tempo here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Hennigan. Feeling some heat. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting sacked.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. On the return, it's Riley. And the returner goes down. So Louisville's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. A strike downfield. They're able to keep him out of He stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Scanning the field, it's Shuck coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Now the play fake. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Linebackers have tough jobs, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run, but you can see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover 2 drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Complete downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the 1st.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Back to pass, it's Shuck. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass. Trying to get to him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Running back searching for a hole. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
So the offense will go for it around midfield. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates.
He'll take the deep shot. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line. They'll go to the ground. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
A first down for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll let one go down the right side. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And he added the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Turner. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. All wideouts, no backs. Back to the air one more time. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Shuck. Keeps looking downfield. He fires it out to the right. And it's his fourth interception of the night.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Give to the running back. He's loose at the 15. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. No, he just flat ran over it.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tigers. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player.
And he's running in the open. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Shuck. Pulls it in. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. Going up top on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisville!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Looking to throw. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3 with the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now. Interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Throw toward the sidelines. It was caught, but he caught it out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air. It's Shuck. Showing the arm strength to the left. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Taking it the other way. He gets the pick, but not the pick 6 as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And it's been said, football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Back to throw, it's Shuck. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo to the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Cardinals are rolling down the field.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Offense getting set for 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Hennigan. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Pirouettes through. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot. You can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Memphis wants to move quickly.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hennigan. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, you talk about flipping the script. How about this defense? You go from 2nd and inches to now 3rd and long. Nice job being disciplined, rushing the quarterback, getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking for a deep man. He's got it on the right. He's loose. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They'll throw it from the red zone. Buys a little time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man. It's Shuck. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Louisville.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Memphis, 22, Louisville, 15.
Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Memphis picking up the tempo. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Off he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Memphis. And once he got loose, it was all over. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, when you've been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Memphis, 29.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Number 25, set to advance on the football.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the inside. At the 35, he's open. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it at the 30. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to the big tight end. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Touchdown Cardinals. The defense with the huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Right back to the well. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's Hennigan. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Memphis! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. The Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's taking the shot. And the ball is picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Offense set on 1st down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Smashes ahead. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. They'll throw it on 1st down. With the catch, it's Anderson. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Anderson with the carry. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He leaves it with his back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
A loss of 8 yards on the play. Brings up second down.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. the Buffaloes will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So Texas A&M's will have some work to do after that short return. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Reed. Unloads it left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see them kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
On third down, going up top. He lets one fly deep. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, we hear it all the time. Coaches say balance. We want to run and throw the football, not become predictable. When it's snowing like this, the weather, you might change your mind. You might say, let's run the football a lot more. First possession, already thrown an interception.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
On a cold night, you feel every collision, blocking, tackling, whatever. Even when you get an interception like you did right there, it still hurts. So the cold will be a factor in this ball game. And how about the defense coming out, making a statement right out the gates?
Skips away from pressure. They've got the screen set up. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And they're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Texas A&M going quickly. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And as a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield because you start to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him, and then boom. He hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me, and now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the air, it's Reed. He's got it. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on first and goal. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Second and goal for this offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right up. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Colorado, 0.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safety.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Texas A&M going up tempo. Defense looks like they're coming. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Aggie.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his own 20. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Takes the easy throw in the flat.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. And that one's going to be batted away, incomplete, and we have played one. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. This time they'll go to the running game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Usually see better timing between this senior quarterback and his receivers. That one well behind him.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Buffaloes want to move quickly. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Into the house. Touchdown, Colorado. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
And they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline and get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They're going to ride this running back. At the 45 on his way. Oh, look out. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Texas A&M going quickly. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Good, solid tackle. Third and goal from way back there. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Pressure coming. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
I'll tell you, sometimes you get in these snowy, blizzard-like conditions. It's hard even to see the football after it's thrown in the air. Give the defender a lot of credit there, not just for catching it, but also locating the football before getting that interception.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He'll try to loosen him up from deep in his own end. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team.
Now, fourth down.
And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets it away from his own end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Using his legs, it's Moss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Aggies in the hurry up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's an interesting call going play action on third and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field. You saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, receiver team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. He spins that thing down the middle. Fires and picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
When that snow's coming down, it's even thicker than rain. It just affects the football. You can't get as much juice on it. And you could tell the QB couldn't get it to the wide receiver where he wanted to, and the defender made a beautiful play.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. He'll come out throwing on first down. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
They'll give it to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, try to convert through the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, third and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up fourth.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. from the gun to give, looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. He's going for a big play downfield. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Looking for more room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The Aggies are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Reed. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
First down for this offense. Handoff from the gun. Breaks the tackle.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed, Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Aggies will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It leads to second down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Slams it ahead. Dives into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Some running backs just have a nose for the end zone. That guy did a great job there in the 2-point play, running that one in.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Sanders. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Makes the grab close to the logo, and the returner will be knocked down. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
And first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Texas A&M going up tempo. Trying to get in the end zone again. Touchdown, Aggie! They take the lead with the 6.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Slams ahead. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for a man. It's Sanders. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Off play action on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Texas A&M going quickly. Trying to catch them napping, fake spike, and now he'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moss. A 6-yard pickup that leaves him with 3rd and 4.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Back to pass, it's Reed. And he will get home, and the quarterback earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Snatches it on the right. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. What a big play this one. Game, get it. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's not afraid to go deep. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
What a nice play by the defender there. When you're cold and you're wet and it's snowy like this, you just want to make plays and get to the sideline. Why? Because there's a heater over there. Give it to me and my jacket, please.
The fake spike, trying to catch the defense napping.
I think oftentimes for a quarterback, accuracy goes down a little bit when you're not throwing from the pocket in a good throwing position. Every time you scramble, every time you start running, you really got to make sure that all of your fundamentals are in check. And that time, the quarterback just got a little bit out of whack, and that affected the accuracy on that throw.
Pretty good job of running to get through there to the 32. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Using his feet to buy time. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He makes the grab. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Comes out throwing on first down. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Colorado! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Lining up to add another. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking to pass. It's Reed. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Oh, the unthinkable has happened for this offense. They're into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the D. What a shift in momentum. What a big-time play. He just took matters into his own hands.
And what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they weren't on the same page at all. But the defender steps in front, makes the big play. And then every kid's dream, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all the way to the end zone.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Reed. Trying to get to it. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Allen. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us.
Oh, no.